Good morning. Slow going this morning. Oh, as you see from the shadow of my phone, everything is soaked in dew again. I managed to keep my coat dry from the rain, but can't prevent condensation or dew or whatever. My pants, socks, and shoes are still wet from the water crossing. And I even have dew settled on my head, like my jacket top. Okay, anyway, let's get up. Okay, it's 5:04. I camped over there. It wasn't technically a campsite. It was the closest place I could find when the sky was gray. At least I think this is the trail. Kind of looks like a trail. I'm not 1,000,000% sure. Alright, sorry about that. I'm on trail. Right before camp, I crossed a water stream thing, and there were a bunch of trails because people try to find the best place to cross water, which means there's a bunch of trails on the way back. So, they all emerged here. So this is like the real trail. Anyway, it's 45 degrees. With everything being damp, it feels colder than that. I was cold last night sleeping. I did not sleep well. So I really just hope I can find a nice, sunny, not windy place to put all my gear out to dry. Because everything is wet in some way or other, except my sleeping bag liner. And that's because it's not exposed to the condensation on my tent or the dew that settles. Even my head is wet. Okay. Nothing to show. I've crossed 4 small streams already. So any chance of my feet, drying, well, that's gone. This is all my view's been. Nothing going on. I will start climbing soon. I have a 1,000-foot climb. Yeah. According to far out, this is the last water source for about 8.5 to 9 miles. There's probably more, but I'm gonna stop here and get some and chug and stuff anyway. Try to cross through that. That's fun. I got water, drank a bunch, and the trail has not been exposed actually, not yet. I think I'm maybe halfway up this climb. When I get to the top, it looks like a bunch of little steep up and downs for 8 miles. Well, there was more water. Higher up version of the last stream. Wonder how many more times I'll be crossing that one. Sorry, girl. Didn't mean to scare you, baby. 6:53. I stopped at that rock to take my sweater off. I might be at the top of the initial part of the climb. There's a bunch of ups and downs now, but far out still shows me 3/10 of a mile away, so I'm not sure. Far out's kind of been freezing and stuff this morning and not accurate. Sunny, so that's good. I mean, normally I don't like the sun, but at least I can dry my stuff in a little while. Not much else to report. Water that wasn't on far out. Wonder how many more of those I'll see before the next reported water source. And of course I'm carrying extra, so my pack is nice and heavy, and obviously unnecessarily, but who knows if there will be any more. More water, that's not listed on Far Out. That is the 6th water source since the last one that Far Out said was here. So much for carrying 2 liters of water I didn't need. There has been plenty. Massive rock vomit field. Woohoo! For a mountain wasn't feeling as was it? There's snow over there. And the rocks. Right there. I'm not sure what elevation we're at. I can check it out. Okay, elevation 9,341 feet. To see snow. There hasn't been much to show. And this is probably going to be my highest elevation of the day. However, in a little while there's another climb. And if I choose to do it, then it's within like 10 feet of the same height as this one. It's a little early, but there was that clearing, so I wanted to try to send my husband a message, and it went through. He had asked how it was with the hail and stuff. He said that Tahoe had like inch diameter hail, so I just wanted to let him know it was okay and the hail wasn't that bad. First patch of snow on trail today, but I can walk around it. Beautiful flowers this morning. There's a meadow that doesn't have a name, at least not on Far Out. I do love a good meadow. Came from that way. Here's my view. Going that way. It's 10:06. I'm 12 miles in for the day, and I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. In about 9/10 of a mile, there's a tent site that has one bar AT&T service running to the Far Out comments, and there's water right before it. So I think I'm going to stop at the water, chug a bunch, and then carry like a liter or 2 extra up to the tent site, which is just, it's an uphill, I don't know how far, and then sit there and dry out my gear, assuming there's a sunny place to do that. And then I can hang out and text my husband and stuff, and then make a plan, see where I think I want to go today. Here's the water. I'm going to grab a couple liters to chug, and then hike another half a mile to a place that might have cell phone service. And leaving the water, a little bit of a climb to that tent site. I'm really hoping there's cell phone service. One of the comments on Far Out said there's a tent site up at Sonora Pass that had cell phone service. I didn't have service when I got there. I was sad. Okay, I have my stuff spread out. I'm gonna have to flip that upside down and inside out and everything in a little bit. Socks and underwear, quilt, and my ground sheets hiding behind the quilt over there. It's 11:06. I just left my garage sale, drying out my gear. I did have cell phone service, so I texted my husband. I did not finish drying out my darn tough socks, and the ground seat was a little wet, but it would probably get wet at camp tonight anyway. Still don't know where I'm going, so I'm just gonna go for a walk. Well, I just sneaked right up on this. I gotta walk through snow today. Okay, I'm gonna put my phone away. Stopped here to get some more water before another climb. It's 81 degrees. Okay guys, I realized I just hiked 1,200 miles with PCT. There's my sign. It's 12:43. I've hiked 16.7 miles. I'm not hiking very fast. Just kind of taking my time. I'm just in the mood for a fast kind of day, even though the trail's actually pretty decent. Didn't start that way. It was very rocky and steep this morning, but the trail's been very nice lately. My kind of trail, just soft, green. I still don't know where I'm planning on ending the day. So at the bottom of this climb, there's some water. And then there's another climb after that that doesn't have any water. So I'll decide then if I want to hike on, pack out water for the next climb. I really just don't know. Starting a 1,000-foot climb. I stopped at a tent site back there that also had some water, got some water. There were 3 different tents set up, and it's 1 something in the afternoon. So no one was out, so I didn't ask in case they're napping, but I was paranoid. I'm like, why are people camping early, like in their tents? So I checked the weather. I mean, I checked it yesterday. There's nothing for today. I rechecked it. No bad weather, so maybe they just wanted a nap. And they set up their tent to take a nap. I'm not sure. It was crazy windy over there and over here. So I was hiding behind those bushes to see if I had cell phone service, because according to the comments, everyone has cell phone service. I tried multiple times. I was gonna send that 1,200 mile marker photo to my husband. No service though, but at least I'm out of the wind, because that was crazy. I was holding on to my hat for dear life. It was gonna fly away. Alright, we got some snow passes on this side, it looks like. So the boot path came out here. So now I'm just in this pile of trees trying to figure out which way the trail goes. Looks like there could be a trail that way. I'm gonna try to get to it though. see much there. Something. Oh, I'm tangled up in the trees. Okay. I have to figure out which paths of snow to get through. Get back to the trail. I think I found the trail. Someone put the boot path in the complete wrong direction, so I had to go through a bunch of trees there. I think this is the trail. Okay, a little bit more snow. I made it through the snow. I did slide on my butt once, just like a little bit. The wind was brutal, just like throwing me off balance. I heard voices, so I thought maybe there'd be some hikers over here. Huh. Where's my camera? Beautiful flowers over here. Oh my goodness, they're so pretty. Beautiful little path. Oh, there's the hikers I heard earlier in the distance behind the lake. I heard people. It's 3:54. I think I'm gonna go on another 1.9 miles to a tent site that's supposed to have water. I'm feeling much better this afternoon. This morning I really just was not, I don't know, in a good mood. Nothing like crazy wrong or anything. There's no real valid, super big reason for it. I hadn't slept well the 2 days before. At the hospital it was too hot to sleep. At the camp last night, just everything was damp and I was cold. So I think that was why. But I'm definitely feeling better now. I mean, the trail's much smoother, whereas this morning it was steep and rocky and just hard. So anyway, I think I'm feeling much better. I'm gonna hike on.
Whether there was any snow. You think there's some snow?
Alrighty, there should be a campsite at the bottom of this hill somewhere in snow. Yay. I can probably go around it though. There's a group with 5 kids, I think, behind me. And there was a snow patch up there and the kids all took their packs off to go play in it. It was adorable. Wait, Chug was up there. Okay. Anyway, I already forgot what I've said, but campsite should be at the bottom of this climb. Unless I can find one like before then that isn't windy, because the campsite comments on Far Out say that it's a windy site. Anyway, feeling good. I mean, I'm getting a little worn out, but I'm not bad, not exhausted or anything. It ended up being a pretty good day. Okay, just gotta find home for the night. Definitely looks windy. I think I'm gonna hang out here somewhere. Actually, I'm gonna go see if the other side of the lake is less windy. It's very windy by the lake, and I'm feeling pretty good. So I am gonna torture myself and hike another 1.8 miles today. Whew, tent site. And no one has commented about the wind on. Yeah, so I'm gonna go water. Ooh. I already got enough water for the night, and I think there's some water ahead, just in case. Whew. Yeah, I'd rather not camp in this wind. It's kind of chilly already. Oh, that's beautiful. I walked by this campsite a second ago, and there's water right there. I think I'm gonna camp here instead of going to 1.3 more miles to the other campsite. This one is not on Far Out, so it'll be less busy, perhaps, because nobody knows about it. So, but there's definitely campsites, tent sites in here. So I think I'm gonna take one. And it doesn't feel windy either. So this is gonna be home. I've already started eating, but dinner's chili and Funyuns. The Funyuns do not go well inside the chili, so I am eating them separately. The store didn't have any Fritos. Here's my view. Socks drying out and trees. Good night, everyone.